shop my hombre sail, hombre tell you to run. On the way, the moment they say, moment they are.
Good morning, Boro. I'm your host, Jordan Thomas.
And I'm Noah Pratt.
Today is Friday, April 12th, 2019, and your top stories for today are your library renovations,
The Pennsylvania Promise.
Apollo 11 remembered,
Taco about your future.
and this week's Man on the Street question is, what's in your pocket? So, for the possibility for both library and sky bridge renovations were recently addressed by the Library Renovation Committee, according to the University librarian Jack Windler. These plans, while not yet official, include an art gallery on the east side of the first floor where there are currently study rooms, compact bookcases with 3 shelves instead of 6 to increase floor resource visibility, a west side library connection to the Sky Bridge, which may or may not eventually connect with Frank G. Polk Student Center, adding faculty offices to the 4th through 6th floors, reducing the 7th floor children's collection, a library cafeteria, and moving the Center for Faculty Excellence from the 7th floor to Butterfield Hall. These objectives are ultimately about creating more collaborative space, and further questions can be made to Anthony McMullen, Director of University Library Systems at amcmullen@edinboro.edu. The Board of Governors of the Pennsylvania State System of Higher Education approved a bill that will aim for more university-specific decisions regarding the way that tuition is set up. The idea is to allow students and families to start planning how they're going to pay for college. The universities will be able to craft their own tuition plans, taking into consideration regional economic differences, individual program costs, and the specific needs of potential students, including their ability to pay. Students are invited to join the Career Center for a free taco, but for the walk-in Wednesday. Not sure what the future holds? The Career Center would love to chat with you to learn more about your goals and ideas. This event will be taking place on Wednesday, April 17th from 12 to 2 p.m. Join Edinboro's Planetarium in Cooper Hall for Apollo Remembered on Monday, April 22nd at 7 p.m. 50 years ago this summer, we landed a man on the moon. Tonight, we will learn about the amazing mission and how it paved the way for today. We will also learn about where you can find the moon and how to safely view it. And finally, this week's Man on the Street went out asking, what did you have in your pockets? We will be back with sports after this commercial break.
Hi, my name's Shane Walder, and I'm here with Bradley. And my question for you today, Bradley, is what's some things that you have in your pockets right now? Got anything interesting in there?
Well, I got a watch.
Got a watch? Okay.
My phone, headphones, a notebook
A notebook? That's a new one. I haven't seen that yet.
that I can't get out.
Okay. You got like a wallet or anything?
Yeah, my wallet.
And a wallet. Okay. So you got a notebook, a phone, a watch, and a wallet.
Yeah.
If you had to throw one of them away right now, which would you throw away? What's in the notebook? Anything important in there?
Just kind of things that help me remember. Probably the notebook.
Throw away the notebook?
Yeah.
Not the watch that you don't even wear? Why would you throw away the watch? You're not even wearing it.
That's fair. If I had to say, like, that'd probably be next because I don't really wear it that often. It's kind of small, and I can just check on my phone.
All right. There you go. So he would throw away his notebook. Thank you very much, Bradley.
Kevin, Kevincox.
Question for today, Kevin, is what are some things you have in your pockets?
Let's see, my phone, and this pouch has my ID and keys.
Okay, so if you were to get rid of one of those things right now, you gotta throw it away and get rid of it. What would you get rid of?
Let's see, probably, Well, I
The
need
pouch or the phone? Which one do you get rid of?
The phone, probably, because, I need my ID for food, and the key I need to get back into the apartment.
Well, there you go. So if Kevin had to get rid of one thing, he'd get rid of his phone, which is actually you're the first person that said that so far. So, all right, thank you very much. Have a great rest of your day. I'm out here with Ty, and my question for you, Ty, is what are some things you have in your pockets right now?
Chapstick. And that's it.
So you just have chapstick.
Just have chapstick right now.
Okay, so we're going to make this interesting. If you had to get rid of one thing, being the chapstick or your hat that you're wearing right now, which one would you just get rid of and throw away right now?
Probably the chapstick, 'cause I feel like it doesn't really work. It just makes you look more chapped.
Oh, there you go. There's your answer for you. Thank you very much, Ty. And my question for you today, Tara, is what are some things you have in your pockets? Anything. You got your phone, wallet, maybe?
My phone, my keys, my ID. That's it.
That's it? That's everything? Okay, so if you had to get rid of one of those things right now, which one would it be?
My student ID.
Do you use it to get food here?
No, I don't need on campus very
Oh, okay,
much.
well, there you go. That's the question then. All right, thank you very much. Have a great day. My question for Madeline today is, what do you have in your pockets? You got anything interesting in there today? You got a phone maybe? You got a wallet?
I got a wallet.
Oh, that's a phone. Anything else?
I got cigarettes in my backpack.
Cigarettes? All right. Okay, so my question for you is, if you had to get rid of one of those items, being cigarettes, a phone, or your wallet, which one would you throw away first?
I mean,
And why?
cigarettes, because they're kind of bad for you in the get-go, and there's some valuable stuff in here in my wallet.
And my question for you today, Patrick, is, what do you have in your pockets right now? You got anything in your pockets?
Yeah.
All right,
Phone, vape.
phone, vape. Okay, so
Wallet.
wallet. Okay,
Yeah.
so out of those three things, a phone, a wallet, and a vape, if you were to get rid of one of them right now, which one would you get rid of, and why?
The vape.
Why so?
Because quitting isn't a bad thing. I guess.
Quitting isn't a bad thing. I guess. Well, there it is. He'd get rid of his vape.
Well, there were some great answers there. Noah, what do you normally have in your pockets?
Oh man, I like driving around campus, so I usually have my keys, obviously my wallet and my phone. I like to carry some going around sometimes. Nothing wrong with some fresh breath.
Definitely.
So, if I had to choose two of those things, I'd definitely get rid of the gum. You can always replace that. Probably my wallet after that. I need my phone for sure. What would you choose?
Well, I am a bag lady for sure, so whatever you would normally find in your pockets is stuffed in my purse.
All right,
So
that's
that's
fair,
where I
that's
keep my
fair.
things at. So next we're going to be hearing from sports from Noah, and now we're going to be back with a short commercial break.
Pennsylvania State Athletic Conference.
Oh, what a play!
18 universities.
How competitive is this?
23 championships.
It's over. We have new PSAC champs.
7,100 student athletes. Make the PSAC yours.
My PSAC is passion.
My PSAC is pride.
PSAC is Pennsylvania.
Passion, pride, Pennsylvania. The Pennsylvania State Athletic Conference.
Bring you all the action from the Fighting Scots this past week as all of our spring sports are trying to stay busy, finish up the regular season schedules, and make really strong strides for the postseason. Starting with our track and field teams who participated last weekend at the Dave Labor Invitational at Slippery Rock, Stephanie Parsons stole the show on the women's side, winning an 800-meter run, while also qualifying for the PSAC championships with a time of 2 minutes and 15 seconds. That time was also good enough to put her at the very top of the Atlantic region at the moment. This performance was also good enough to land her the honor of PSAC Women's Outdoor Track and Field Athlete of the Week. This is her second time receiving the honor this season, and Stephanie's hoping to continue to make more strong strides moving forward towards PSAC championships. She wasn't the only one that had a strong performance, as Kendra Rice also qualified for the PSAC championships in just about a month in the shot put, throwing for 11.81 meters. On the men's side, 3 competitors actually stole the show, and all 3 of them qualified for the conference championships, as Trace Smith threw a distance of 54.55 meters in the javelin, Anthony Cayley ran the 400-meter dash in just over 54 seconds, and Johnny Lang placed an 800-meter run with a time of 2 minutes and 3 seconds. The teams are going to stay in action next week as they're traveling to Westminster to compete in another invitational with hopes of making more strong strides to postseason play. Our lacrosse team also had another rough week with back-to-back now, dropping 2 tough games. The first one last Saturday to Kutztown with a score of 7-12, before dropping another tough game on Wednesday to Slippery Rock with a final of 8-11. The women look to finish the week strong with a big game tomorrow at number 9 ranked Westchester, with a chance to really bounce back and prove something to the world. Anna Leva, Sophie De Palma, and Cindy Dommins have been the hot hands for the ladies on offense, and they're hoping that they can ride these hot hands to a big upset win. Good luck, ladies. PSAC softball can often get hectic, as every spring everybody has weather essentially as a third opponent in this area. Edinboro softball specifically is all too familiar with this, as as they continue to stay busy playing their 7th and 8th game in the past 7 days this afternoon. It's scheduled for a home doubleheader versus Mercyhurst, and their games are slated for 2:30 and 4:30. So get out to see the Scots, it'll be fun. Recapping last week for the ladies, however, on Saturday the 6th, the women dropped 2 games against Gannon, before turning around the very next day, and then they swept Slippery Rock on Sunday in games that were supposed to be played on Friday, but they got postponed. But a nice bounce back for the ladies. They then saw a day off, but went right back at it in Ohio with a doubleheader at Ursuline College in Ohio on Tuesday. They earned another sweep in Game 1 with a score of 7-6, and then Game 2 they won 1-0. It was a big comeback for the ladies in Game 1 as Olivia Jankowski maintained her hot hand, hitting a grand slam to lead a comeback. Speaking of Jankowski, she played well enough last week to earn PSAC West Softball Athlete of the Week for the 3rd consecutive week. For the week, she went 12 of 17, batting .706 with a home run, driving in 8 runs, and scoring 4 for herself. Olivia has solidified herself as a force to be reckoned with in the PSAC, and the team should really be on watch as the playoffs are right around the corner. With multiple athletes bringing home honors this week, it's impossible to choose one. Congratulations to Olivia and Stephanie on being named Good Morning Boro's Athletes of the Week. The Edinboro women's tennis team also played a match on Wednesday at Clarion, avenging an earlier season loss to them with a final of 4-2. They are back in action next Tuesday with a game at IUP. Things are getting competitive everywhere across campus as multiple club sports are pushing for championships and multiple tournaments, recreational sports, and events are going on everywhere. To highlight this upcoming week, our club volleyball team leaves on Wednesday, traveling to Denver, Colorado for nationals, hoping for a strong showing. Good luck, boys. In other news in the club world, the Edinboro club baseball team also has a big weekend ahead of them with a chance to clinch their conference and ensure postseason play with 2 out of 3 wins versus St. John Fisher. The boys look to continue dominant conference play, currently sitting at 11-1 and already taking 2 of 3 versus the Cardinals in the fall. This time they have to go into enemy territory and solidify themselves as a powerhouse in the NCBA. If you'd like to stay updated on the club baseball team's exciting weekend, you can follow them on Twitter at EU Club Baseball. I'll tell you what, while you're there, you should follow @Boro Athletics and @Boro Campus Rec. And you can stay up to date with all the athletics, single-day tournaments for various sports, and other recreational activities that this campus hosts when it gets warmer out. That's all I've got for sports this week, guys. We're going to send it over to Shane for weather after a short break. Thank you. See you next week. Marker.
Join Campus Media, take 3. Action.
All right, everyone, let's get this all cleared up. I would never tell you to join Campus Media, even if I was in a commercial for Campus Media. I mean, even if you were watching me live, right now, I wouldn't tell you to join, no matter what that cue card says.
Just say what's on the cue card.
No.
This is your DJ.
Even when I'm hosting my own radio show, making podcasts, or even playing my favorite songs live on air, I still wouldn't tell you to join Campus Media. Even when I'm writing, editing, and even taking photos for the campus newspaper, I still wouldn't tell you to join Campus Media. Even when I'm at a live sporting event and I'm catching all of this epic footage, I still wouldn't tell you to join Campus Media. But even when I'm in a room filled with Campus Media members and they're all wearing their super cool Campus Media t-shirts, I still wouldn't tell you to join. I would ask you, do you want to join Campus Media?
Good morning, Boro. Shane here with your weekly weather updates. As you look outside today, you can see that we have a high of 60 degrees, and then we drop over to a low of 46. It's going to be a little rainy out there as we move on to our 7-day forecast. You can see over here on Saturday, it's going to be 59 with the high, 40 with the low, with a little partially cloudy. Sunday, we're going to drop into the rain. It's going to be a warm rain, though. So 57 degrees is the high, 47 is the low. Monday, sun's going to hopefully peek out from behind the clouds with a high of 51 and a low of 35. Tuesday, once again, looking for the sun to be peeking out from behind the clouds. 53 is your high, 42 is the low. And then that pretty much continues throughout the rest of the week with partially cloudy with a hitting the high of 60 after Wednesday. All right. Mary Poppins will be playing in the UPB Center. It returns for over at the Scott Cinema in Pogue. Times include 5 p.m., 8 p.m., 11 p.m. today. Tomorrow we'll play from 8 p.m. Sunday, and on Sunday at 2 p.m. Why not go out and enjoy the sequel to the original Mary Poppins for free? Next, on April 17th from 7 to 10 p.m., help support local homeless veterans in Pogue Gym B. You will need a team of 4 to 5 students for $20. Even if you don't play, go support this charity event put together by Edinboro student groups. We're in that end of sports season. As Noah has mentioned earlier, you can go enjoy these recreational activities we all enjoy. There is a disc golf course opening. You can meet Dr. Tim Thomas to learn about disc golf. Rec Sports has softball, pickleball, badminton, dodgeball leagues opening up. Let's also not forget about CORE holding a skydiving trip on April 20th. Tickets go fast and cost $75. Be sure to go to the climbing gym and reserve your tickets. CORE will also be holding a whitewater rafting trip. Tickets are currently on sale for $15 each and will end on April 15th at 8 p.m. The tickets will be $27, so be sure to get your tickets today before they sell out. Let's not forget about Boro Fest taking place on April 26th from 5 to 9 p.m. There will be some fun events around the area, even a wing eating contest with Dr. Thomas again and Dr. Gibbons for the communications department. Be sure to come down and support the fun in downtown Edinboro. That's all we have for this week. Catch us next week here with hopefully Courtney. Let's send it over to commercial. My name is Shane Walden. Thank you very much.
For those who think, those who create, those who have big ideas, like really, really big, some would call them crazy ideas. For those who have been told no, no chance, and not you. Those who never miss practice, even at 6 a.m. Those who break a sweat, break hearts, and break records. For those who work harder, smarter, faster, there's Edinboro University. For those who strive. Start now at edinboro.edu.
Hey film guys, it's Rhiannon Pushtek here with your film review of the week. This week's film review is the second adaptation of Stephen King's horror novel Pet Sematary, directed by Stephen Kolsch and Dennis Widmeyer and starring Jason Clarke, Amy Seimetz, and John Lithgow. Roll the trailer.
In the woods today, LA discovered a charming little landmark. The Pet Cemetery.
Place to bury our pets and remember them. Might seem scary, but it's not. Perfectly natural. Just like dying is natural.
The whole town's been using this place for generations. Folks make a kind of ritual out of it. It's not some campfire story.
Saw these in the trees up there.
They're warnings. The local tribes carved them before they fled. They fear that place.
Extremely unsettling and upsetting, the remake falls short when compared to the first adaptation from 1989. Even though that version took some liberties with the storyline, this version changed multiple major plot points. Readers of the novel know what I'm talking about just from watching the trailer. The film does have some redeeming factors, though. John Lithgow brings us a different incarnation of the character of Judd Crandall. Keep going? All right. As well as John Lithgow played a really good version of Judd Crandall, as well as utilizing their environment to provide the right kind of tone for the film. While I do prefer Stephen King's original 1983 novel over either of the adaptations, this one is still pretty okay. That was your film review of the week. Tune in again next week where I will review Netflix Academy Award winning drama, Roma. This is Jordan, and this is the end of this week's show. Be sure to stay up to date with all things Boro by visiting www.edinboronow.com and checking out Twitter and Instagram pages at Edinboro Now. We'll see you guys next week. Have a great weekend.
Would you take that?
It's hidden far away, though someday I may tell.